I have a problem with all the tax reform proposals that have been floating around. There's three problems that I see with them. One is that as long as there's an income tax, we will never get rid or abolish the IRS. And even if we can prepare our tax returns on a postcard, we will still have to prove what income is. And income is not a simple concept. It's a moving target. We've been, can you deduct your expenses on a cash basis or an accrual basis? Do you use the completed contract method or the percentage completion method? What are ordinary and necessary business expenses? We've been arguing about the definition of incomes for probably 100 years now. So it's a moving target. It's not a simple concept. Secondly, is if we have an income tax, all of us Americans will continue to be forced to waive our Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights. This has been a fraud that's been perpetrated against the American people for way too long now, and it needs to be stopped. Thirdly, history has proven that tax reform doesn't work. Since 1913 through 2012, we have had minimum of 56 major tax reform acts passed. That's averages more than one tax reform every 2 years, every time Congress meets. In addition to that, the Congress likes to sneak tax legislation into other unrelated bills on a regular basis. And we don't find out about it until after the fact, sometimes until it's too late. All right, so if we want permanent tax reform, we need a tax revolution. Everybody here at FreedomFest, all these wonderful organizations, Cato Institute, your organization, everybody, we need to get together on one common cause. We need to support a repeal of the 16th Amendment and take away the power. We need to take the power away from Congress to tax incomes. If we can convince 38 states to go along with our plan, and we push it from the standpoint that we're removing power from central power from Washington, D.C., from Congress. We're going to restore it, bring it back to state and local governments. And we ought to be able to at least convince 38 states, maybe as many as 44 states, to do that. And if we can do it, we can bypass Congress. And if we're able to do this, the U.S. corporations that have more than $2 trillion sitting offshore, all that wealth is going to be coming right back into the United States. In addition to that, every international business will be scrambling to set up their headquarters in the United States. With this, we would have so much wealth, so much job creation. So if we really want if we want permanent tax reform, if we really want to restore or begin the restoration of economic freedom in the United States, we all need to get together and repeal the 16th Amendment and take the power of Congress to tax incomes away. The income tax, our founders, it was a slave tax. We never had an income tax when the founders were alive, and for many, many years after that. So please, let's repeal the 16th Amendment.